Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Popeye Goose. Thanks for joining me for tonight's live stream. What I'm going to be going over is a quick, about a 10-minute tutorial on the Give Cars to Friends glitch. So I have Microwave Fish who's joined me with the gameplay. He's going to be taking my cars. We also have That's Clayton in the chat. What's up, guys? So to start off the video, I'm just going to go through the requirements. Unfortunately, you are going to need a facility, and you don't necessarily need an MOC or a Cargobob, but it would be a lot easier if you had an MOC, because when you have to push the car, you have to push it pretty far. So there's a couple of different things that you could do to change that up. You could either try and steal a street car, you know, hopefully one that's lighter, or you could also possibly find a bike on the road and go ahead and use that if you're the person getting the car. So it's just a little easier, like I said, if you don't have the MOC, to go ahead and push the car. So you can also take a dump truck. You can also go right out depending on where your facility is located, and you can go take an 18-wheeler and just dislodge the back trailer and just take the front cab and try to do this step. So again, the requirements: you need a facility. You're also going to go ahead and need, if you're the person giving the friend a car, you're going to need custom plates on your card as just a little precaution. You might not need it for some of the glitches, but I would always recommend having custom plates on the car. And then the last thing is, the person with the facility has to have the facility full. You have to have at least one Faggio or one Elergy in there, so you can go ahead and swap out the car. So the steps are pretty easy. Just go ahead and follow along with us. So we're going to have Microwave Fish. He's going to go ahead and drive up to his facility. He's going to get the facility full screen, and he's just going to sit there. Now, unfortunately, the friend who's going to be giving him the car has to really push him pretty far. That's why it helps to have something kind of big to be able to make this go a little bit smoother. Again, if you're having some problems, I haven't tested it, but you can go ahead and try it with a a dirt bike or any kind of bike that you can find on the road. And just be careful when you're pushing the guy that you don't push him too much, because a lot of times once you knock him over, basically they fall off and the facility full screen goes away. So if you're going to do it, you're going to have to kind of really be patient. But just find some little compact car, have your friend go take a bulldozer, or depending on your facility, up toward the west coast, toward the north near Paleto Bay, there's a lot of 18-wheelers that you can grab, and they should do the trick. So what's going to happen now is Microwave Fish is still on the facility full screen. He's not going to hit anything until the point where the facility full screen goes away. And what's happening is, you'll see on my screen, I'm pushing Fish. Unfortunately, I pushed him in a ditch. That's the only problem you have with this. You just have to make sure that you really pay attention where you are, so that you can push him out. So I'm just going to go ahead and back him up, free him out of here, hopefully, and then we'll go ahead and proceed. But what's going to happen is, on Fish's screen, this thing's not the easiest to navigate. Okay, Fish's screen, he's on the facility full screen. Once I push him far enough away, that screen's going to disappear, and then all he needs to do is go ahead to the next step, which would be to drive up to the facility on the side and get the facility full screen again. And then I would just basically need to push him again, and then at that point we can go to the next steps. Man, I wedged you in here. Oh, man, I tell you. Yeah, so that's the problem when you have to push him this distance. You obviously have too many things to go with, and where we are located, there's a lot of rocks and a lot of mountains, and the rocks are a little tough to see. So I'm still trying to see if I can manage to get him out of here somehow. Some facilities are a lot easier. Some are going to be a little bit tougher. Hopefully we can push him out of here without blowing him up or get myself stuck. Did I really just have this happen? Now I'm stuck, Fish. And you're stuck. So, not a good way to start up. Yeah, cancel it. So hopefully you guys haven't started watching yet. Hopefully you can just kind of give me a little push if you can, Fish.
Alright, you do.
Yep, alright, so unfortunately I kind of fucked it up, so we got to go ahead and repeat the steps. So that's one successful fail right there, if you can call it a success. So we're going to go ahead and start the process over again. Fish, go ahead and kill yourself. That's one thing, that if you end up failing this at any point, the easiest thing to do is just go ahead and have your friend kill himself and then restart it again. If you don't end up killing yourself, you'll be able to get through all the steps, except for the second time that I push you off. When you accept the message, what happens is your guy will get out of the car, and basically you'll be bricked out of the car. So just bear with us here. We're going to go ahead and repeat the steps again. So Fish just killed himself. He's going to end up coming back and taking that street car. Hopefully I'm going to push him a little bit better this time. and
Oh
then we
shit,
can go ahead and
car's still there, isn't it?
yeah. So you can just head back over here.
I'm lugging it for going get another car.
So for all you out there or anybody that's watching or watches this on the recorded version, once we're done with this little tutorial here, we're going to come right back. We're going to finish it off. And I invite any of you guys out there, any subscribers that want some cars that do have the requirements, at least that you have a facility, and go ahead and get it set up so that you have it full with at least a Faggio or an Elergy in there. And then you can go ahead and take one of my Elergy Customs if you want, or you can go ahead and, you know, basically just select any cars that I have that you want. So Fish, you're all set?
Yeah, man.
Okay, so again, easiest thing to do is go ahead and take your MOC. Your friend's going to pull up to his facility, get the facility full screen, and just chill there until I basically finish my steps, which is push him as far away as I possibly can until he says that his facility full screen has disappeared on his screen. And then we'll go ahead and take the next steps from there. But it's a pretty easy glitch. You know, there are some things that can fuck it up, you know, as far as pushing the car or getting stuck on rocks. Especially when it's night, as it is now. Yeah, I didn't even see that damn thing right there. It's a fucking little tree stump. So, if you saw what happened last time, I kind of messed it up. So I'm going to be a little smarter this time, not just try to rush through it. As long as you don't take too long, neither one of you will time out. And I know if I push Fish down to the beach here, it should be far enough. Or if I stay on this main road, I just got some rocks to deal with. So try not to hit him too hard because you do have the MOC, and obviously if you ram him too hard you could possibly end up blowing him up. So just kind of get on him and then just kind of push him where you need to go. We've already done 2 or 3 of these today and haven't had this type of problem really. And yeah, here we are. So I would say by the time I push him to these next set of trees, I would say that his screen would disappear and we can go ahead and proceed to the next step.
There we go.
Okay, so you heard it. Fish just said that it just disappeared. So all he's going to do now is drive up to the facility, and he's going to basically go to the side edge and just drive up to the lip until he gets facility full. And then I'm basically going to just proceed with the next step, and I'm going to go ahead and push him off. This time, luckily, you don't have to push him anywhere close to as far as what I just did. I'm going to just basically push him, you know, like, I would say 8 to 9 car lengths. Okay, so he got the facility full screen. And then again, once I push you far enough away, you're going to go ahead and accept the facility full message. And then you should end up just staying in the car, and you should be able to drive the car. If for some reason you get kicked out of the car, you may have, you know, either failed one of the steps, or you possibly failed it, and then you didn't kill yourself to start it up again. So I'm on the lip right here, and I can't really hit him off, so I'm going to try and get you away so I can hit you. And then if I push him down near the cliff here, I think it should be good enough. So again, I'll go ahead and check the chat in a little bit to see if there's anybody that's interested. Like I said, after we go ahead and finish this video, I'm going to go ahead and do a live stream. I'm going to go ahead and give Fish some specific cars that he wants, and then if there's anybody out there that wants to go ahead and join us on Xbox One, you know, you can just come to our invite only lobby as long as you got a facility and it's full, and then we'll go ahead and take it from there, and you can go ahead and take some Elergies, make some money, or you can pick you know, a specific car that you want. So Fish, you should be far enough away now. You can go ahead and accept that message.
Yep, all good. Moving towards now.
Okay, so Fish's next step is he's basically going to just drive up to his facility, and it's going to automatically suck him in. And then I'm going to go ahead and park my MOC. So there you saw, Fish just automatically got sucked in on his screen. It didn't ask you if you needed to replace the car, right, Fish?
Nope.
No? Okay, so it just sucks you in. Once you're inside the facility, you want to make sure you do not replace that car. So you're going to hit B, or you're going to hit circle on PlayStation. You're going to make sure you do not replace that car. After you basically back out of that menu, it's going to say, are you sure this car will be destroyed or it'll be lost? You go ahead and accept that. So basically, do not replace that car. And then the next step for the person who's giving the car is, once you're outside, you get the car that your friend wants. You go ahead and park it somewhat like that right at the facility, and just imagine that the yellow circle would be somewhere about roughly where my passenger side door is, and that's perfect position to go ahead and park the car. Now what's going on in Fish is just inside waiting for me to say the car's in position. So car's in position, Fish. You can go ahead and go to the exit. he's going to go ahead and select either A or X on PS to exit the facility, and then he's going to spam the hell out of the Y button or the triangle button as if he already wants to get in the car. So what's going to happen is you're going to see Fish come out, his character is going to blink, he's going to be invisible, and on his screen for a second it's going to show the outside facility, and then it's going to automatically say, you know, facility is full. At that point on his screen, he can actually hear himself get in the car. Just once your guy starts the car up, make sure you back up. Do not go forward. If you need to, you can hit the interactive menu immediately so you don't get sucked in. So Fish is just going to back up. Now, you'll see on the map where Fish goes. Just go ahead and drive where you need to go, Fish. So you have to drive a good distance away. And I'd say a rule of thumb is drive about 20 to 25 seconds away. And then obviously when you come back, it'll take about another 20 to 25 seconds. So the total process should be somewhere about 40 seconds to a minute. And you'll see how far Fish is going to go. He's going to go somewhere about to this area. He's just going to turn around and come back. If you don't go far enough away, what will happen is when you try to park inside the facility, it'll say you cannot enter the facility with this vehicle. So you have to go ahead and drive as far, you know, as you really need to. If you get that alert where it says you can't take the car inside, you may be able to try to go ahead and drive far away and then try to come back. If you still get that message, then what will happen is, you know, that glitch is kind of fucked for you, and what you need to do is just go ahead and kill yourself and repeat the steps again. So you see about how far Fish went away. I mean, I would say that's probably about a mile in the game to about 2 miles. So like I said, that whole process took anywhere from, you know, 40 seconds to about a minute. Now what Fish is going to go ahead and do is he's going to drive back to the facility, okay? Make sure you're not going fast where your car is going to jump over the edge of the lip. You know, just go at a moderate speed so that you actually get the facility full screen before you even get to the cement of the facility. And then once he gets that facility full screen, he's just going to go ahead and accept it like he normally would. And then he's going to go ahead, and when he gets inside, he's going to swap it out with a Faggio or one of the free Elergies that's inside his facility. And then, you know, you could either go run inside the car, run out, you know, jump out of the car, and then exit the facility. And if you're going to keep doing more dupes, you just go ahead and keep repeating the process. If you wanted to just go ahead and finish off and just do one vehicle, what'll happen is if you drive that vehicle out of the facility, you'll end up getting locked out of the vehicle. So you'll try to get back in, and say you don't have access to this vehicle. If that happens, that car is basically bricked, and there's no way of getting it back unless you either go ahead and switch to another online character that you have created. If you don't have one created, what you can do is just go ahead and close down your GTA game, and when you load back in, you'll be able to notice you'll be able to drive it out, sell it, customize it, do whatever the hell you want with it. Just I would advise going ahead and switching to one of your own custom plates after you get any cars from your friend. So we're going to go ahead and repeat the process. Fish, do you want a specific vehicle now, or do you want another Elergy?
Yeah, no, that what's it called?
The Outrage.
That we spoke about.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
so I'm going to go ahead and give him one that he wants. Let me go ahead and call my motorcycle club here, or register. So we'll do one more. Like I said, we'll finish this off, and then I'm going to come right back with Clayton and Fish, and we're going to do a little bit of dupes. If there's any subscribers out there, any viewers that want to go ahead and join us, you can go ahead and join as long as you have a facility, and, you know, go ahead and make sure you fill it up with the cars that you want. If you want, you know, 2 dupes, go ahead and have at least 2 Faggios or 2 Elergies, and then we can go ahead and get you guys some money before this gets patched. I think this came out earlier today. Want to give a shout out. Unfortunately, I don't know who the founders are. I watched the video on Obese Giraffe's channel, but if I'm going to go ahead and assume, I would say Freight Train What the Fudge, Obese Giraffe, I would say possibly Glitch Gaming, Celestial Gaming. Pretty sure at least 3 out of 4 of those guys are the ones that founded this glitch. So once this video is done, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description to all their channels. They always have some good quality, always have some legit glitches. While I'm talking about some of the glitches out there, some of the guys that I watch and some of the better guys, I want to give some shout outs to Roll Easy, to Lispy Leaf, and also to Dead Gaming. So there's plenty of guys out there as well. Just a shout out to some of those guys that I've been watching from the beginning. Guys have made me a lot of money and always post some legit stuff. So my fault, I got a little sidetracked, Fish. I got to return this car for you. So alright, we've already glitched 1 car for Fish. He's got 1 Elergy Retro Custom. Now we're going to go ahead and give him one of the supercars that came out a couple weeks ago, which is, I always fuck up the name, it's Outarch. I think that's probably a good way of saying it right there. I just got to figure out what garage that's in. while I'm looking through my garages here to find this car, just want to remind you guys, next Saturday, starting at 10 p.m. UK, 5 p.m. on the East Coast in the US, and 2 p.m. on the West Coast, we're hosting the next $50 playlist challenge, where I'm going to give out a $20 gift card to the winner. And then I'm also going to be giving out another 3 gift cards during the live stream, so it should be pretty fun. If you want to join, go ahead and add me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is PopeyeGoose72. Best way to go ahead and join the playlist, as I said, just add me as a friend, and when we start up the playlist, I'll go ahead and send an invite out to everybody on my friends list. So it's a great chance to win some prizes. We hold them every 2 weeks. We're going to be holding 5 of them, and as I said, this is the 3rd one. The top 2 finishers from each playlist end up getting invited to the championship, and we held a championship last year after doing 11 of these events, and ended up giving out a total of $8 million to the winner, which was won by Not My Lag, and we also had Microwave Fish finish in 2nd place. So let's go. So far this year, we had the first one, Microwave Fish, and Gummy Lad 565 qualified. And then last week we had That's Clayton end up taking the championship, well, taking the 1st place. And we also had I'm Back the Goat finishing 2nd. So far those are the 4 guys that have qualified. So we're going to go ahead again. For anybody that's joining us, we're doing a gift cards to Friends glitch right now. I'm giving Fish my Outarch. Okay, so first step is Fish goes to the facility full screen and just sits there. I got to push him, a couple miles away. So Fish has the facility. He has the facility full. He's got at least, a couple Faggios, Elergies in there. Now, depending on your facility for this step, some of them might be a little easier if you have flat ground without many rocks or mountains or trees or anything like that. But you basically want your friend to have his MOC. Go ahead and unhitch your trailer so that you can, move a little bit easier. And you're going to push your friend as far as you can until his screen disappears where it says facilities full. Once he gets back to actual, seeing what's in front of him here, he's just going to go ahead and drive his car to the facility, get the facility full screen, and then wait for me.
I'm off.
Okay, so he's off now. Facility full screen disappeared. Now we're going to go ahead and head back to the facility. He's going to drive up to the side of the facility, right to the edge. He's going to get the facility full screen, and he's just going to sit there again. And this time I'm going to push him, but not anywhere as close to last time. And then once I push him far enough that I feel he's a decent distance away from the facility, he's going to go ahead and hit A on Xbox or X on PlayStation to basically accept like he wants to drive it in. But because he's too far away, obviously it's not going to let him. So he should be fine even if he's tipped over, but I'm going to try and see if I can tip him back the other way. There we go. Okay, so Fish, did it just, that's your door. Okay, your door came off. I thought you flew out. Okay, so you can go ahead. He's going to go ahead and accept as if he wants to drive into the facility.
Yep.
So go ahead.
Just about drive up now.
Yep, and then he's going to go ahead and drive to his facility. It doesn't really matter if it's the front or the side. I prefer the front. And then he's going to get the facility full screen again. I'm sorry. At that point, it's just automatically going to suck him in. You saw there was no hesitation. His car just went and disappeared. So now what I'm going to do is go get my car again that I'm going to give him. He's inside the facility. He is not going to replace the car inside the facility. So when that screen pops up, he just goes ahead and hits either B on Xbox or circle on PlayStation to say, no, you do not want to go ahead and store that vehicle in there. Once he does that, he's going to basically just kind of wait for me to put the car in position. And you want to imagine where that yellow icon is to enter. You want your car to be somewhat close enough where the passenger side door is, within a step or two of that. And then I'm just going to go basically watch Fish go ahead and take this nice supercar from me. So now Fish, I'm all set. So Fish is going to go to the icon to leave his facility. He's going to go ahead and hit either the A or X button to accept that he wants to leave the facility. And immediately he's going to start spamming Y on Xbox or triangle on PlayStation as if he's trying to get in a vehicle. And you'll see this next step. He'll exit the facility. He'll kind of start blinking around. He's invisible. And by him spamming, it's actually forcing the game to register that, he's getting into my car. So he's on the facility full screen. He can actually hear these steps. Once he hears the car start up, he's just basically going to go ahead and either hit his interactive menu or back, so he does not drive in the facility. If you drive in the facility or get the facility full screen again, you're going to fuck it up. So he just backs out, and now he is Alright, so I'm sorry. That step right there. Once Fish came out and got in my car, once he gets in the car or your friend says you're in the car, you're going to go ahead and hit the A or X button as if you want to accept the screen to drive into the facility. And because it's not his car, that's when it's going to actually glitch him out. So what he needs to do is, you'll see he's going to drive probably about 2 miles in the game roughly and turn around and come back. Or it's about the equivalent of, 20...
It's to the first... So the first sign
that
you see on the motorway, that's where I drive to.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at you right now.
Tumor,
Yeah, but it all depends on what facility they have. But if you have this facility, you can either go this direction Fish went or the opposite way. But basically drive about 25 to 30 seconds away, and then it'll take you about another 25-30 seconds to get back. That should be enough time, but aim to have it about 40 seconds to a minute as far as the time from when you get in the car after the facility to driving away to try to get back in. So if you don't drive far enough, it'll say you can't drive this vehicle into the facility. You may be able to go ahead and try and back out and go ahead and drive far enough away and come back and see if it works. If it doesn't work, you just go ahead and kill yourself and you repeat all these steps again. So you see Fish coming up right now with my car. He's going to go ahead kind of slowly so he doesn't end up jumping over the ramp. Okay, and then he is on the screen where it says facility full. Do you want to go ahead and replace a vehicle? Of course he's going to accept it, and basically now that's Fish's car. So what he needs to do is go ahead and replace either a Faggio or an Elergy inside his facility, and then simply you can just go ahead and walk out. Now again, if we were done with this glitch, what you would go ahead and do is just shut down your GTA, restart it, and when you get back you'll be all set. Or if you have another online character that you can switch to, just switch to the online character, let it load in, and then switch back to your character that you duped the cars with, and then you're all set. You can go ahead and walk in, take that car, sell it, go ahead and modify it, do whatever you want. So that's pretty much it right there. You see that didn't really take too much time, and obviously the first attempt I kind of fucked it up. So depending on how long this stream's going, we just made Fish almost $2 million right there. Or actually a little bit more, because the R-Torch costs I think 1.6 if you want to buy it, and then the cost of the Elergy when he sells it is going to be somewhere around 920 to 970,000 depending on how much the person has it customized. So we're going to go ahead and end it now. Like I said, I'll be back in probably about maybe 5 to 10 minutes with another live stream. We're going to go ahead and continue with this. I'll check some of the chat right now, but when we come back, leave a message. Go ahead and add me if you want to join us. I'll send you an invite, and I can go ahead and give you a couple cards to help you out. So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate Microwave Fish for helping me out. Appreciate that's Clayton, who I guess is on the mic right now, still a little quiet. So we'll be back again, the three of us. We'll go ahead and see if anybody else is on, do a little glitching, maybe some racing, and we'll see what's up from there. So thanks a lot, guys, and I'll see you next time. Well, I'll see you a little later.